Political fire ants love the uneducated, and they're working hard to keep them that way. Find out why on this edition of One Star, One Texas. Hi, this is Tom Cantrell. Public education got off to a great start in early Texas and appeared to be headed for greatness. So why is Texas ranked in the top 10 worst states for public education? Public education was very important to early Texans and is part of the Texas Declaration of Independence, which listed Mexico's failure to provide it as a principal grievance. Texas President Mirabeau B. Lamar, dubbed the father of education in Texas, implored the Republic of Texas Congress to set aside public domain for public schools. The Texas State Constitution of 1845 instructed the legislature to set aside 10% of the revenue from taxes for public education, and in 1854, Governor Elisha Pease signed a bill creating the Texas public school system. The current Texas Constitution provided further focus and funding for public education, establishing a perpetual public school fund. President Lyndon Johnson, who rose from poverty because of the public education he received in Texas, made education a top priority. In 1965, the Elementary and Secondary Education Act doubled federal funding for education from $4 billion to $8 billion. In 1967, LBJ signed the Public Broadcasting Act that created educational television programs to supplement the broadcast networks. Recently, some Texas transplant friends of mine living in Southern California attended a forum hosted by the Orange County Interfaith Network called "The More You Learn, the Less You Hate." The focus of the forum was to bring people together to prevent bias, bullying, hatred, intolerance, and injustice through education. For political fire ants who maintain their grip on power through hate, fear, and intolerance, learning more and hating less is not a good thing. So it's no wonder why the Texas legislature seems destined to drive public education into the ground. Senate Bill 3, the so-called school choice bill, claims to provide more options through educational savings accounts and scholarships from businesses. The bill's benefits provide 75% of the average state operational costs per student for those who fall below the poverty line and 60% for those above, which leaves a hefty gap for low-income people to pay, and it's doubtful they can afford to contribute to an educational savings account. Many low-income families live paycheck to paycheck. For wealthy families whose children are already attending private schools, the plan provides them what basically amounts to a tax cut. The disparity is stark. There is a lot that needs to be done to improve schools in Texas, but making less money available to public schools is not the answer. Texas has already earned the dubious distinction of ranking in the bottom 10 in funding for public education. Rather than slather more political fire ant snake oil on the wound, public education in Texas needs a real path to health. For One Star, One Texas, this is Tom Cantrell. And remember, resist, persist. Now go make it a great day. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and share it. Please like the One Star, One Texas Facebook page and YouTube channel. Also, check out our website at onestar1texas.com.